Hey Bulldogs, let's see what's happening this week on Code Blue Now. First, Giselle visits the mall to figure out why so many young kids are so vain. Next, an auto shop here in Holbrook expresses their hard work and dedication. Following that, Justin hits a local gym where everyone can feel included and pushed to reach their goals. Moving on, Carmen gives us a look at an issue that may impact the future of our students here at HMHS. Finally, Trey visits a barbershop that portrays the American dream. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Riley Muse.
And I'm Nina Vonnet.
Welcome back to another episode of Code Blue Now.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey Bulldogs, you might be wondering why we're here at the desk instead of the usual crew.
After months of preparation, the CBN crew has made their way to Tampa Bay for the 2025 STN convention, leaving us behind to carry on with the show for this week.
Hopefully they can bring back more awards this year, but for now, let's take advantage of this opportunity for ourselves.
You're right. Let's get this show started. I'm not gonna lie, we're definitely gonna be the best anchor duo on the show this year.
I mean, I would agree with that, but I think it's a little vain. We have to be more considerate.
I don't know. It's not that bad, especially compared to some of the kids I saw in the mall the other day. Younger kids have been getting so vain recently.
I know, right? Especially those Sephora kids I've been seeing all over TikTok. Some of them can be a handful.
That's actually been a point of contention for a while now, as young children have been flooding skincare and beauty stores in search of the perfect glow. Our very own Giselle Pires has more on this concerning trend.
From serums to toners, face masks to body scrubs, skincare products have been flying off the shelves. However, its biggest consumers aren't adults, but as children as young as 7. So what is truly behind this trend?
I've definitely seen an increase in younger kids coming in for skincare, parents coming in for their younger kids.
My daughter is 10 and she learned from her friends that she should be starting skincare.
What I heard about it was off of social media. If I see someone using it, it look nice or something, I'll use it.
There's more of an emphasis on self-care. Kids see things on social media, different videos of products that go viral, and they want to have all the same products as everyone else.
They see a lot of things on social media and it puts unnecessary pressures on kids.
What led me to focus on skincare to make my skin more smooth and glowy.
You don't want to be using super harsh ingredients when you're young. I think just being informed and having parents be informed about what their kids are using is important.
Kids are starting to try to conform to an unnecessary way that some people look in social media.
As there has been significant changes in the age group of Lush's customers, with children under the age of 18 buying new products, what's to say might happen next? For CBN, this has been Giselle Pires reporting.
Thanks, Giselle. It just goes to show that the trends of today's youth can be powerful when online influencers push them.
Personally, I find it a little strange because I didn't even know what facial cleanser was until I was 9. What about you, Nina?
I kinda get it, but if I were a parent, I wouldn't let my kid near skincare until they're older.
I see why you'd say that, but on the subject of parents, parent-teacher conferences will be held on March 13th and 14th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 12 p.m. until 2:20 p.m. respectively. Please make sure to make an appointment in advance using the flyer in the weekly newsletter.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about my parents signing up for a conference. My grades are looking pretty good.
I'm gonna have to recheck mine, but I think they're all right. I've really been putting in that work to keep up with them.
You're not the only one that's been working to the bone this past month, though, because we've recently discovered a local auto repair shop that has been working tirelessly to keep Holbrook's vehicles running. Let's take a look under the hood to see how they're able to do it all.
Try it again. Started off as a little kid playing with toys and matchboxes and race cars. It evolved into a drag racing career and an automotive repair career.
I would say doing what I do is giving me a pretty decent life. I mean, it's a career. It's something that you have to learn to do, and it's something that you have to like to do. So.
Well, with today's vehicles, they're quite complicated to work on. So labor is very intensive today, and parts are getting expensive. Well, with the introduction of computers and electronics, it's caused our diagnostics to be much more intense. You got to remember, the engineers are not in the field repairing these vehicles. They design them on a computer.
Every day is a challenge because every car that's built has more technology than the last car. Yeah, well, I mean, this place started a long time ago, and I mean, now the guy that owns the place is a retired race car driver, and this place is being kept alive because of that memory of that man right there. And when he passed away, he left it to a person that he really liked that worked here, and now the owner.
He now runs the ship, I run the shop, and we work together to keep things going. Throughout the years, we've evolved to keep up with the times.
The mechanics there truly go the extra mile to make sure your vehicle is in tip-top condition.
Yeah, it's great to know that that's the spot to go if my car ever has any trouble in the future.
Me too, but let's shift gears to another group of people hard at work these past few weeks, our athletes.
That's right. Spring sports are just around the corner. Any students who plan to try out for baseball, softball, or the track team must register on Family ID by March 13th. Tryouts are at 2:30 on March 17th and 18th. Good luck to all of our athletes.
Finally, I've been waiting for our spring season to hit. Even though I'm not the most athletic person, they're still fun to watch.
Same. Before we can get to that though, let's kick it over to Alan to fill us in on the closing winter season.
What's up, Bulldogs? To start sports, on Tuesday, our boys varsity basketball team had their first playoff game where they faced off against Cape Cod Tech in a tight game. The Bulldogs held off the Crusaders and beating them 64-60. While on Wednesday, our Lady Bulldogs beat Mohawk Trail in an electric game, defeating the Warriors 65-23. A special thank you to Sean Joyce Foundation for covering all student admissions to both games. Both teams move on to the round of 32 tonight, tipping off at 6 p.m. The boys travel to Palmer while the Lady Bulldogs head to Douglas. That's all for sports. This has been Alan Brown reporting, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alan. All of this sports talk has gotten me in quite an energetic mood.
Well, you're in luck, because it just so happens that I know a place where you can let out all that energy after this episode.
Really? Where?
It's called Crunch Fitness, and whether you're just starting out your athletic journey or are an expert in the field, Crunch offers a space where everyone can lift, run, and train their way towards a healthier lifestyle, one rep at a time.
With a fresh new year and a list full of new resolutions, the time is now to start working out here at Crunch.
Now? If not now, then when? Why wait? I believe there's no better investment than your health. It's not selfish by focusing on yourself and focusing on your body. If you want to help other people, you got to get your mind and body right first. I started to really focus on my nutrition, and I started to track my meals outside of the gym, and since then I started my weight drop significantly. So taking control of your nutrition outside of the gym is probably the most important step. I look back to my clients a lot. I push them, they have goals, and they expect me to help them achieve those goals. So I think about them a lot every time I don't want to work out or I don't want to do something. If I make them do it, I should expect the same for myself too. So my clients are the ones that motivate me to keep coming to the gym.
Like the fitness industry right now, like mainly like in the West, is kind of blowing up a lot right now. People are getting a lot more conscious and aware of fitness in general. I think the gym industry is blowing up right now. Social media, you see it everywhere, gym memes, advertisements and stuff. I think any time is a good time to get into the gym. The second best time was yesterday, the best time is today.
As you can see, there's no time like the present to start working out. This has been CBN reporter Justin Rochelle reporting.
My muscles feel sore after watching that.
Same here, but it's truly inspiring to see how Crunch helps their clients work towards their goals.
Now that you mentioned people reaching their goals, we'd like to give a huge congratulations to Naya Baker to advancing to DECA's statewide competition that's being held today and tomorrow. Good luck, Naya.
That's awesome, and probably our sign to start working more towards our own goals. But that can wait until after the show.
Right, let's pace ourselves. Speaking of that though, it's time to start really thinking about the college process. Luckily for us though, a parent college information night will be held for all juniors on Thursday, March 6th at 6 p.m. If you want to know more about the application process or financial aid, you won't want to miss it.
Yikes. Even though we're still months away from applying, I can't help but be nervous about the process.
You know what makes it even more stressful? HMHS not having any early college credit available anymore. Carmen has more on that story.
Now my future is completely shaped completely differently because I was able to take these 4 classes, which are changing my life forever.
For many years, Holbrook has worked to keep pace with larger school districts in the area by offering early college courses. Joining a consortium of other small schools in order to be competitive in receiving grants, HMHS's program has proven successful for students and helped to pave the way for each one of our futures.
We're seeing more kids try to pursue 2- to 4-year colleges, and it's not for everybody. But for kids who really want that experience and haven't been able to afford it, never thought they could, or didn't feel like it really was something that they had the grades to do, working with the early college folks at DESE and having this program is shifting a mindset for some of those kids. And we're seeing kids that otherwise wouldn't have gone trying their hand at 2- to 4-year college.
So we have a lot of first-generation college students here in Holbrook, and I think that the program overall has had the greatest impact on them because this is something that they may not have considered in the past. Their parents may not have even looked at it as an option for them. And getting to see how committed they are when they get to try it here at Holbrook Middle High School could convince the parents to let the students try a college career path that they hadn't considered before.
I would definitely not be in the same position because I'd be in less advanced classes and I would just have to spend more money, which I don't have. If I didn't take those college credit classes, I wouldn't even be in this college or maybe not even any college.
With 3 years of success, the South Shore Early College Consortium has looked forward to continuing their progress heading into the upcoming school year. However, the Department of Education seemingly had other plans.
Unfortunately, the Department of Ed, who worked with us for 3 years, this is year 3, decided that they would not recognize the consortium and did ask districts to then break apart and go back to applying individually, which is again, not a very competitive or fair process for a town as small as ours.
It's a big disappointment for me as the principal because obviously I'm invested in the kids here and I think it's an excellent opportunity.
I took 4 college classes in Holbrook and it's almost a semester worth, so I saved about like $13,000.
I think there are definitely financial worries just because my brother goes to an expensive school and I don't want to add that extra burden onto my parents also of going to a school that's in the same price range as his. I would like to take advantage of the opportunities I'm given within the 6 periods here to earn college credit, but if that's being taken away, then that would add pressure onto me, which is kind of sad because I know that the school tries to give us as much opportunities as we can for college, and I think that's really great, but I think the state pulling away funding just doesn't really give us an option to provide as much as we want for students here. I think it might deter some people from even wanting to choose college because of the financial aspect, and I also think it definitely allows students to lack the motivation to want to even do college in the first place.
So when you're a community like this, DESE tells you, you're the perfect community because your kids are marginalized. It's not equitable in Holbrook. We're going to give you this money, and they funded over $500,000 of early college for those consortium districts until this year. Then just poof, done. It makes no sense, right? There's no sensible explanation. It doesn't feel fair. But we're fighters in Holbrook, so we'll continue to fight for this program.
Living in a small town that is often overlooked, students such as myself have worked hard to take advantage of every opportunity to get ahead. With all of the undeniable benefits early college credits has offered to students in the last 3 years, it is heartbreaking that future students may not be provided the same experience. In a time when equity and inclusion are under fire, it is up to the Department of Education to ensure that students do not get left behind just because of their zip code. For CBN, this has been Carmen Sotlet reporting.
College is such an important part of our future. It really hurts to see our program losing its progress.
Right. I hope that things will work in the end though. I was really looking forward to earning some early college credits to give me a head start.
After that story, I think we need something to cheer us both up. And luckily, I've got just the thing for that. For anyone who missed the informational meeting for the Costa Rica trip, please fill out this form sent out by Ms. Gallagher. You will still be able to receive the trip information. However, if you want to get the early discount and take $200 off, you gotta register today.
That's great to hear because I know a few people who definitely missed that meeting and want to go.
Me too. I'm glad I got to experience a slice of our diverse community at last night's Culture Fest.
The Culture Fest was a blast. I can't wait for next year's one, maybe more than the Costa Rica trip itself.
From its rich culture to vibrant people, Costa Rica is truly the perfect travel destination for our senior year.
There's no need to fret if you're not able to go though. As always, surrounded by culture here in Holbrook, and this past week, we discovered a small barbershop just a few minutes away from campus.
Although it may seem like your ordinary barbershop, it's home to a story that's truly a cut above the rest.
Walking through these streets, there's more than meets the eye. The Hispanic community plays a pivotal role in enriching our town's culture and economy, and this small business is a testament to their hard work and dreams.
Mi motivación de moverme a América fue progreso, sacar la familia adelante, en América más oportunidades. No fue fácil, al principio fue un poco difícil. Trabajé varios trabajos antes de tener mi barbería. En verdad, por aquí no hay pocos dominicanos, el 90% de las personas que viven por aquí son gringos, son morenos. Nosotros venimos, tenemos la cultura de nosotros. Todo el que trabaja aquí hay diferentes nacionalidades. Nosotros venimos de fuera y traemos un negocio para su localidad, para venderle un servicio a ellos, sin ellos tener que moverse a otras ciudades. Nosotros somos artistas, nosotros le cambiamos la perspectiva a la gente. Aquí viene una gente lleno de cabello, viene feo por así decirlo, nosotros lo brillamos, nosotros lo mandamos lindo para su casa. O sea, nosotros hacemos arte.
Thank you. This barbershop stands as a shining example of the American dream. This has been Trayton Cruz reporting.
It's amazing to see that everyday businesses can hold so much cultural significance.
Exactly. I'm glad that we live in a community that has a story around every corner.
I'm hoping the crew can find stories just as good as that one in Tampa. We'll just have to wait and see what they have in store for us next week though.
I think that's a good note to end the show off, but hopefully we'll see you again soon. I'm Ryla Muse.
And I'm Nina Bonnet. Tune in next week for another episode of Code Blue Now.